Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on grouping numbers. Knowing how to group numbers is a valuable skill which will lead to a greater understanding of how numbers are constructed. This process is a natural extension of place value and expanded form. Group each of the following into groups of 10. Include the leftovers. So for example 1, if we include 64 bananas. Now we saw earlier how 64 was 6 times 10 plus 4, which is 4 ones. In other words, 6 groups of 10 plus 4 left over. So we don't have enough to make an extra group of 10 because there are only 4 left over. The second one, 97 apples. So since 97 is 9 times 10 plus 7 left over, we have 9 groups of 10 plus 7 left over. Example 3, 59 oranges. 59 is 5 times 10 plus 9, which is 5 groups of 10 plus 9 left over. Group each of the following into groups of 100. Include the leftovers. 236 pairs. So 236 is 2 times 100, and we have 36. So there's your 200, and there's your 36. So it's 2 groups of 100 plus 36 left over. 457 lemons. 457 is 4 times 100 plus 57. So we have 4 groups of 100 plus 57 left over. 780 marbles. 780 is 7 times 100 plus 80, which is 7 groups of 100 plus 80 left over. 999 pens. 999 is 9 times 100, that gives you your 900, and you got 99 left over. So there's just not enough to make an extra group of 100. So you've got 9 groups of 100 plus 99 left over. Group each of the following into groups of 100 plus groups of 10. Include the leftovers. So now we have groups of 100 and groups of 10 and then some leftovers. So the first example, 876 matches. 876 is 8 times 100 plus 7 times 10 plus 6, which is 8 groups of 100 plus 7 groups of 10 plus 6 left over. 994 birds. 994 is 9 times 100 plus 9 times 10 plus 4, which is 9 groups of 100 plus 9 groups of 10 plus 4 left over. 780 bees. 780 is 7 times 100 plus 8 times 10 and no zeros, which is 7 groups of 100 plus 8 groups of 10. And there is nothing left over. So it's altogether it's groups of 100 and groups of 10, and there are no single numbers left over. 298 ants gives us 298 is 2 times 100 plus 9 times 10 plus 8, which is 2 groups of 100 plus 9 groups of 10 plus 8 left over. So this video has just shown us how to group large numbers into groups of 100, groups of 10, or any other groups we like. And we really need to understand place value. Once we understand place value, which I think we do now, this exercise is very straightforward.